So your warm-up was to write a sentence explaining how to get to a blank document. And if you didn't take your quiz yesterday, I'm going to give that to you after the notes to do. Test is on the 13th. And you already passed them up, but you turned in your warm-ups because it's Friday and all that good stuff. Let's talk about what we're doing today. Okay, so this says notes, linear regressions. Oh my gosh, there we go. It says when you're given a table that represents a linear function, you can easily find the equation of the function using a linear regression using your TI Inspire calculator, okay? It says also, if you have a table that is best represented by a linear equation, you can also use a linear regression to find the line of best fit, okay? Here's what I mean. If you have points that are literally in a straight line, and you put those points in a table, and you put the table in the calculator the way I'm going to show you today, it'll give you the exact line, okay? But sometimes we have what's called a kind of like a scatter plot, or it's called piecewise points. Sometimes your points aren't perfectly in line, but you can see how they're linear. They're not curving. They're more or less going the same direction, right? The line that goes through those points is called the line of best fit. So whether you're finding the exact point line through those points or the best line through those points, okay, that's what we're learning how to do today. So step one. Now, can everybody press these buttons? Do this with me right now, okay? Step one, first, if you're not at the black screen, press the home button, okay? The one that looks like this right here on the top right. Okay, so first thing we do is you press the, step one, click a new document. That's what it says, right? So we click new document, number 1. Do not save, hit no. Now we're not going to do a new calculator. Step 3 says we're going to hit a new spreadsheet, okay, which is number 4. So again, you can just type the number 4 or pick number 4. And if you've ever used a spreadsheet on your computer or like Google Sheets or Excel or something, this is what it looks like, right? They call this a spreadsheet. Now, your first steps when you do this is you're always going to label X and Y at the top. Please hear me say this. If you don't label X and Y at the top, it's not going to work, okay? At the bottom of your calculator, do y'all see the what color is it on yours? White buttons. Y'all have white buttons. On mine, they're black, but on the bottom, X, Y, and Z are at the very bottom. So next to where it says A, hit the X button. Next to where it says B, put the Y button, okay? You got it. Label X and Y at the top, okay? If you don't do that, not going to work, okay? Now, by the way, did you know this right here is a touch screen, this thing right here. So you can actually if you you can move your cursor around, okay? You want to be down here. You can either click down to the left, but you want to be in this first cell when you type stuff in, okay? Now let's just make up some numbers, okay? So I'm gonna hit 1, 2, 3 just to. Okay, so everyone's doing this. You hit new document, you hit number 4 for a spreadsheet, you label X and Y at the top. We'll just put in 3 points, 1, 2, 3, and then on the Y side, 4, 5, 6, doesn't matter. Oops. Now, do you see the way mine is right now? Do you see how my blue box is around 6? You don't want that. Okay, you actually have to hit enter after you put in that last number. That way the blue box is below, okay? If you flip your notes over, okay? Step 5, we just did that. We input different numbers, but it doesn't matter. Same idea, okay? Now, here's the magic. You got to know these steps. What we're going to press is menu. We're going to go to statistics, start calculations, and linear regression. But if you look at your notes right here, you just press the menu button, 413, That'll do it for you, okay? But if you wanted a picture of the what are these called? The menu options, it's going to be statistics for 4, stat calculations for 1, linear regression for 3. Menu 413. So everyone press that. Menu 413. Then you'll get to this screen. And what you want to do is X must be X and Y must be Y. That's why you labeled it at the beginning. So that way you could actually pick it from a list here. So X on the first option, click X. On the second option, click Y. Okay? Did you press menu 413? Okay. X is X, Y is Y. When you hit OK, you're going to get the information you need. Okay. The information you need is right here. So I put it in a blue box for you. Okay. Do you see how in this blue box this is M1, B, 3? How have we been doing this stuff? If you know M and you know B, you can write it as MX plus B, right? 1X plus 3. If this is not a question on here, but this is just one we're doing together, okay? But on your notes, we did step 7 and step 8. There it is, okay? The one thing you want to look for, okay, is right here. R squared, okay? I don't really remember what that R stands for, but the point of R squared is the closer it is to 1, or if it's exactly 1, that means it's linear, okay? R squared is 1, linear points, okay? So let's do this together on numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 on the bottom here real quick and see if we can't get a linear regression, okay? I'm going to do the first one with you. So first step, press on, okay? I suggest that you do a brand new one every time because stuff can get confused, okay? So you just new document, don't save it, number 4 for your spreadsheet, okay? Now if you're ahead of me, fine, but is everyone at least here to try this on their own? What do I got to label at the top? X next to A, Y next to B, and then you got to come down to this box right here, okay? We can start putting in the values from number 1. So on number 1, we're going to put in 3, 7, 11. Three, 7, and 11 on the left, and then you go to the right, and you put 8, 18, 5, and -8. Oh, negative is the negative sign is next to enter to the left of it, not above it. Okay, -8. Okay, now make sure your box is below the -8, right? And then we're gonna press these buttons that we learned up here, menu 413, right? So again, menu, just tap it in. So now tap menu 413. Actually, hold on. Now mine's giving me problems because, oh, you see how it thinks I'm gonna type something, so I'm gonna hit escape. Okay, now menu 413. Now, X has to be X and Y has to be Y. So make sure that you actually do something on this screen. You have to change X to X, Y to Y, hit OK. What's my M? What's my B? So does everyone see, once you press that, you got M and B, you write it as an equation. So Y equals -3.25X plus, oh my gosh, hold on, 27.75. All I did was use this M and this B. Cool. You try 2, 3, and 4 real quick. If you get stuck, let me know. I want to help you out. All right, so. All right, I'm going to do the second one. So if you already did the second one, check it out. New document, do not save, spreadsheet, X on top, Y on the bottom, or Y next to it. -3, -4, -5, 21, 25, 29. Don't forget to hit enter, and then you do menu 413. X has to be X, Y has to be Y. And then I get MX plus B. Did anyone get something different besides this for the second one? Yeah, number 2. It's going to make all this stuff off to the right, and it gives you M, and it gives you B to write MX plus B. So I'm going to write Y equals -4X plus 9. Right? Because I got M, I got B. MX plus B. And that equation is the answer, because this is right the linear equation. So let's do 3 and 4 real quick, and then I'll let you do the assignment. New document, don't save it. Spreadsheet, X on the top, Y on the top. 5, 6, 7, 8. -7, 3, 15, 24. Menu 413. X is X, Y is Y. Look at that. Those aren't the nicest numbers I've ever seen, but it'll work. So this is more of a line of best fit. When you get these kind of ugly looking numbers, you'll notice if you try to do this on your own, it's not going to look nice with bird beaks. Bird beaks aren't going to be consistent, but that doesn't mean it's not mostly linear. Okay, so that's why we do the linear regression, to give us the line of best fit. -59.5. Now real quick, do y'all see how R squared is 0.997? That's very close to 1. It may not be exactly 1, where all the points are in a straight line, but that means it's very linear, okay? If I gave you an example of like exponential or quadratic points, R squared would definitely not be that close to 1, okay? Last one, new document, don't save it, spreadsheet, X is X, X for A, Y for B, and let's do this, -12, -7, -2, 3. 9, 6, 0, -5. Menu 413. And I just hit enter and it said, whoops, that's empty. It was telling me you goofed up. You got to pick X and Y. And I get Y equals -0.96X minus 1.82. Okay. So again, sometimes your numbers aren't pretty, but that's okay. You see that R squared is close to 1. 0.98 is still pretty close to 1. Okay? So you're going to do it on your own here on this assignment. When you finish, you can work on anything missing. I just give you your grade today. Any grade that's low, you need to fix it, turn it back in. Any grade that's a 1 is missing, you need to either turn it in or get it out of the blue bin, do it, and then turn it in. All right, here we go.